Hi everyone, this is video 14 for the Anna Wilson Children's Home YouTube channel, which is basically seeking justice, finding the truth, sharing the truth, and getting in contact with the kids who used to live out there with children's at the Anna Wilson Children's Home. Now, since the last time I spoke to you all was literally 3 weeks ago. Now, when I last did the video 3 weeks ago, I had said that I'd received the decision notice from the ICO for the reasons for them closing the case and saying that there was nothing else for them to do with my case. And then for me to put forward, if I wanted to be able to put in a complaint, which is through the third tier tribunal. Then this then goes through to the General Regulatory Chamber, which is the GRC, through the third tier tribunal. Now, I said that literally is 10 working days when you get your phone contact from email from them within 10 working days, but then they don't include the working weekend, the non-working weekend. So instead of being 10 days, it's 14 days. But to my surprise, I got an email the following working day. Now, I haven't made a YouTube channel because I was hoping that maybe I would have got forward a bit further than what I have to this very moment now. And nothing has happened within the last 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks ago since I was last in contact with the General Regulatory Chamber within the First Tier Tribunal. Now, the person who's dealing with my case has then asked me to forward any information which I want to put forward about the reason why I feel like I haven't been listened to through with the ICO, and the reason why I put my complaint against the ICO. And then in the form it says many things, but I've got to say the way the GRC works is amazing. The form was basically your name, your address, your date of birth, your details, the reason why your complaint's been forward. Then there's reasons, paragraphs which you have to write out about what would you like out of the process of dealing with this, and what would you want the final conclusion of this. Now, I'm not sure if any of you have realised this, but every time I get involved with a different organisation, the complaint is getting further and further away from the person and the organisation I was actually really originally making the complaint against, which is the Salvation Army. The original situation was basically the Salvation Army about basically getting a public pardon, getting justice, getting it to be taken to court, and for them to basically apologise about the abuse which was happening at the Anna Wilson Children's Home between 1976 and 1981. And that's the whole reason for me doing this. But then, of course, all these different organisations and different people get involved, and every time a complaint's being put forward, you're complaining about the organisation who's meant to be dealing with you, trying to get justice and trying to get the information. But really, it's going further and further away from the person who the problem was with in the first place, which is the Salvation Army. Now I've got this situation with the First Tier Tribunal, which basically is being heard by the GRC, which is your General Regulation Chamber, and they're actually asking me information about my complaint about the ICO, but really the information is really going back to the complaint about the Salvation Army. And the reasons why I'm trying to get this is so that nobody ever goes through what I've ever had to deal with. And that was basically the outcome which I want out of this, was basically for a redress scheme to be put forward, and any other kid or any adult, no matter how young, how old, whether it's in the care system, whether in a children's home, a care home, a school, a nursery, even in the family home, if anybody ever goes through any form of child abuse in any way at all, or any adult abuse, whether physical, mental, psychological, physical or sexual, that this system gets dealt with quickly and efficiently, where they have like lawyers who are basically able to deal with it quickly and efficiently, take it to court and get it done with, without all the grief which I've had to go through over the last over 2 years now. Because it was 2 years on the 14th of October, which I also didn't put in my last YouTube, because my last YouTube channel was basically before the 14th of October. Now, I didn't say that, but the 14th of October is now 2019. 14th of October 2017 was basically when I was trying and get justice about what happened to me when I was a kid. Now, a lot of people are saying, why am I doing this? Haven't I got over this? Why don't you put it back into the past and put it behind you and just move on with the rest of your life? There's a lot of negative comments being said to me, either by complete strangers or people who don't really know me, or even some friends who don't understand me. And they've even said, like, just put it behind you, get on with the rest of your life and forget about it. I can't forget about it, because whatever happens to you within the first 5 years of your childhood is basically will set you up for the rest of your life. And this has scarred me for the rest of my life, really, what happened to me when I was a kid. And what I want to do is basically get justice. Now, what I'm going to say now is this. It's been 2 weeks since I last heard from the GRC. They've now put forward possibility dates, if this does go to court, of when the court case will proceed. And I've basically said that I'm available for between the dates they've asked me to. So they are literally looking into this case in a serious matter. But as I say, it has not definitely been put forward that it's definitely going to court yet. But they are looking through it and processing for, if this does get taken to court and it gets accepted by the courts to look at it, then basically they've given me the dates to make sure that I'm available, and I've said I am. So literally now, it has been 2 weeks since I last heard from them, and I've basically given them all the emails which are connected with my case, with the ICO dealing with my case, and I'm just waiting. I'm in the waiting game now. I don't know what's going to happen, how soon it's going to happen, how long it takes, but what I've got to say is that the First Tier Tribunal, the GRC chamber, contacted me straight away within 1 working day, and yet they said it would be 10 working days, which really is officially like 14 days because they don't count the weekends. So anyway, I'm going to put an end to this video because I think I've pretty much said what I want to say, really. At the end of the day, I'm out of here. This is video 14. Getting justice, finding the truth, getting closure, and being reconnected with the kids who used to live at the home. And as I say, from now onwards, I do not want any sort of form of negativity from anyone in any way at all, whether it's through YouTube, whether it's through the Facebook page, whether it's through my personal page, whether it's through Messenger. All I want is positivity, because at the end of the day, this is going to be a positive thing for me and a positive thing for me to deal with. And I've got to say, the few negative comments have basically been from people who don't really know me, who don't really understand me, don't even know where I am, where I come from. But what I've got to say this, in my life, I have been constantly surrounded by negative people with negative comments, people belittling me, people putting me down, people making me feel inadequate, and people put me down because they feel inadequate about their own selves, so they put me down to make themselves feel better. Well, all those sort of people remind me of Major Brenda Fleming, because Major Brendan Fleming was my abuser. So I want you all to take this into account. It doesn't take much to be nice to people. To be nice doesn't cost anything. Don't judge anybody by their background, or the colour of their skin, or their religion, or where they were born, or where they were brought up. Because at the end of the day, I count every individual person for who they are and what they are. And if you're a decent, law-abiding, nice person, I'm going to like you. But anything negative, and from those negative comments or negative people, I like to avoid you. So from now onwards, I only want to be surrounded by positive thoughts, positive feelings, positive actions, but get to the core of any negativity in my life. So I'm out of here. Sorry if I went into one there, but it's a bit of my own persona coming forward a bit because of my past and my childhood. But anyway, have a good day, everyone. This is channel 14, sorry about that, video 14 of the Animals Inside. Have a good day, and I'll let you know with the next update when that happens. Okay, all the best, take care, and remember, surround yourself with positive people, positive thoughts, and positive actions. Take care, have a good day, bye.